Even if the finale had one major flaw, I was still a complete emotional mess. The Season 4 finale of Upload focuses on the main arcs, whereas the previous 3 episodes cover a lot of ground. While the backup Nathan gets ready to be downloaded into a new body so that he and Ingrid can enjoy their marriage, Nora looks for a means to undo the brain damage Horizon caused to Nathan, and the world is threatened by the new AI guy's increasing power. I have a minor complaint about the way Luke's arc is concluded in the final scene of Upload. Most of these 3 arcs are explored in a good way. In addition to providing explanations for some unresolved plot points, some scenes also felt like appropriate farewells to beloved characters. Although I haven't shed a tear in a long time, Nora and downloaded in all the right ways, Nathan's storyline was poignant and reminiscent of the conclusion of The Good Place. But the conclusion of Luke's story isn't totally satisfactory. Without giving anything away, Kevin Bigley's character comes to a choice that, like Ingrid, feels like a wonderful way to wrap up his development as a person. However, it is somewhat unexpected and has also been moved on so quickly that it isn't given the care it needs. The cast of the show continue to be outstanding, with one underutilized star. The Upload cast continues to improve in Season 4, providing a range of significant storylines for its characters. While Robbie Amell gives both Nathans a lot of charm and emotion in their challenging new roles, Andy Allo amplifies the impact of Nora's loss and deserves recognition for his work. I would have wanted to see more of Lee Majdoub in the role of Jitendra Bhaskar, the new Horizon Beta executive. The amiable character that he so skillfully developed with Agent Stone is brilliantly transformed into a villain who eats up scenery by the Sonic the Hedgehog veteran. I wish he had been presented earlier. Going into Upload Season 4, it was always going to be difficult to find a suitable role for any new cast member. This is still regarded as one of the greatest TV endings ever, even though Daniels and his writers' room already had a number of main characters to work with and give appropriate farewells to. However, one or two of them might have used a little more time. The new mysteries and arcs in Season 4 of Upload are ideal for a final season. When Upload Season 4 began, Daniels and his team had a lot of work ahead of them. The issue of the AI guy in a human body wandering off on his own and the consequences of Horizon's legal issues were additional factors that had us on the edge of our seats as we waited to learn which Nathan was destroyed. Although I was apprehensive about Season 4's 4 episodes, I was pleasantly delighted by how well they managed to combine the introduction of new storylines and the show's conclusion. It's ironic that I'm going to be discussing weddings while the news is showing a piece about AI assisting brides with their planning. A funeral in the hereafter, where the deceased is being preserved as a video recording. Even while I have enjoyed the series, this particular episode of Upload serves as a reminder of just how destructive artificial intelligence might be. I've always been surprised by the characters on Upload because the show is both yay and you. The show has truly questioned the status quo and shown creativity. Many things occur that are both alarming and enlightening. Furthermore, it's a balance of both this time. You might remember that there were 2 Nathans in the previous season. One was the Nathan Nora adored, and the other was the Nathan Ingrid loved. However, Nora's beloved is apparently no longer with us. All we know is that Nathan and what he potentially exposed have a number of billionaires terrified. So it's reasonable to think he's gone. It's strange, in my opinion, to fall in love with AI, but isn't that what Nathan is? His consciousness has been uploaded, making him artificial. After I suspend my idea that people will fall in love with AI, I realize that it is a fact. Getting right to the point, I just ask that you never upload me. Lower and more complex. Alright, the loss of Nathan has caused me some sadness. For what reason? For the simple reason that I adore Nora and Nathan's connection. The two benefit from one another. The realization that they are soulmates seems to come only after Nathan's death. I find it difficult to express that since I'm not sure if I think soulmates exist. It's heartbreaking to see Nora play out the scene of her and Nathan's wedding while wearing the glasses. She doesn't want to acknowledge the fact that her heart is broken. Being in love with someone is something that none of us would want to lose. That is merely a fact. Nothing is worse than heartbreak. Seeing Nora as a hot mess who didn't eat or take a shower made sense. Nobody can change that for her by saying or doing anything specific. To go on, she must confront her heartbreak head-on. That, plus a shower, of course. It is imperative that she take a shower. When Nora is able to open the door and speak to her pals, it takes time. It feels strange, but normal, to have Alicia and Ingrid as her best friends. None of the characters can relate to one another the way that all of them can because they have all experienced a lot over the last several seasons.